The report blames the salaried staff and past administrations for its current problems, but not all the report is negative. The report has listed a number of recommendations made in a recent staff strategy study. These include a review of the functions and operations of the board staff in an effort to create a more logical approach, and a review of staff classifications and grading systems with the overall view to establishing a firm foundation for reform. The board also has the problem of a massive backlog of deferred maintenance, which will cost some $90 million to rectify. The report says resolution of the dilemma is possible, and it suggests a number of methods. These include major changes in organisation to reduce the real costs of the board's current operations, increasing productivity, and the development of a long-term expansion strategy. The board also says that the battle lines of administration and engineers has split the organisation. It says the lack of communication between these two departments has caused a number of problems. In the realm of staffing, it claims that the current seniority method of promotion is having a crippling effect on the morale, enthusiasm, and long-term potential of the younger members of staff. The problem of effluent in our beaches was also mentioned. It says treatment at Burwood Beach would be upgraded when the $22 million needed was made available. The 60-page detailed document looks at many other facets of the board's operations, but perhaps the most repeated comment in the report is that the board's organisation was ripe for renewal back in 1982.
And what a night it was. The brightly coloured fireworks could be seen for miles around the International Sports Centre. But although it was possible to see the display from outside, many people took the opportunity to be where it was all happening. Rugged up against the chilly winter's night, they turned out in their thousands. No one, however, could have gone home disappointed. The display was nothing short of spectacular. Organised displays enable parents to treat their children to fireworks, not only better than the back garden variety, but safer as well. In a cleared space like the International Sports Centre, there's no danger of sparks falling on heads or causing a fire. Last night's spectacle was the work of Sydney pyrotechnics company Howard & Sons. The firm has been in the fireworks business for 70 years and has presented displays all around Australia as well as in Disneyland and Hong Kong. But despite its experience, putting on a big fireworks show is no simple task for the Howard's crew. Before each display, hours of preparation are needed.
Well, it's taken 6 of us since 8:30 this morning. We just arrived with the truck with all the equipment and just assemble that all day.
What about designing the show beforehand? Does much work go on with that?
Well, we manufacture all the goods, all the fireworks. The preparation, I guess, we've been working on it for a few weeks amongst all the other displays. I think this Queen's Birthday weekend we've had 40 shows throughout New South Wales.
The fire broke out in the weatherboard terrace in Chin Chin Street shortly before 5:30, but firemen from Newcastle, Hamilton and Tice Hill had the flames under control within minutes, preventing serious damage. The blaze started in a fireplace in the upper story of the house. A family on the premises at the time managed to escape uninjured. Only a small section of the ceiling was burned, although the entire terrace did suffer some smoke and water damage. After drifting aimlessly all night, Mrs. McBride finally managed to broadcast a mayday call yesterday afternoon. Her message was received by the Newcastle Water Police. The police launch, Brian K. Dorr, located the yacht Roving Tower off Stockton and towed it back into the harbour. Mrs. McBride was met by ambulance men who took her to the Royal Newcastle Hospital for observation. She told police that skipper John Whipple had fallen from the yacht at around 6 on Sunday night. Almost immediately a search was started, but no trace of Mr. Whipple has yet been found. Last week, Mr. Whipple was the subject of an article in the Newcastle Star. Ironically, the story tells of his adventures at sea while travelling to Australia from his home port in Canada. The article says he survived massive seas and a volcanic eruption. Mr. Whipple had decided to settle in Port Stephens. The accident happened while he was on his way from Port Stephens to Sydney to sell the yacht. The search for the missing skipper will resume off Nora Head today, but it's believed that the chances of finding him still alive are slim. The speedboat crash occurred yesterday afternoon during races being run by the Royal Motor Yacht Club at Toronto. Disco Valenti had just started its final run when it hit a trough, went sideways and barrel rolled. Another boat, Little Angel, driven by David Rose, hit Disco Valenti, soared over the top and rocketed into the air. Rose was miraculously uninjured. The driver of Disco Valenti, Alan Hatherall, and a passenger in the boat were taken to Wallsend Hospital. Later in the day, 2 men were injured in a fire at sea. 52-year-old Robert Simpson and 54-year-old Thomas Fairclough, both of Belmont North, noticed the fire in their 9-metre launch as they were motoring down Swansea Channel. It was extinguished by firemen on board the police launch Macquarie using a mobile water pump. Both the injured men were treated for burns at Belmont Hospital and allowed to leave.
And they come past the starter's box, 3 laps to go. They're racing. Spread Eagle, good start on the outside. Possessed is starting to get it together now and has taken the lead. No, something's happened. Possessed has gone amiss again, and that counts Bobby Thurger out at this stage, I should imagine. But Spread Eagle leading to the bottom, boy, from Misty Fizz. Well, we've certainly had some drama in the big inboards this afternoon. Misty Fizz cornering a little bit better there, taking the lead from Spread Eagle. It's a good go here. Really good go. This could develop into a good race. Let's hope so. Misty Fizz on the inside, Spread Eagle on the outside. Let's hope these 2 boys can get around and make a good race in the Northern Districts final. Misty Fizz on the inside, taking the lead now. Spread Eagle on the out. 2.5 laps to go. Possessed out of the race at this stage, sitting in the middle of the course. Misty Fizz coming into victory with quite a commanding lead over Spread Eagle. Both round safely. Starting to put a little bit of legs between them now is Misty Fizz. Though Spread Eagle still got it to the floor. Only 50 yards separating them at the moment. Into the top turn with just over 1 3/4 laps to go. Not a great deal in it. Misty Fizz stretching his lead now. Down the back, 1.5 laps to go. But it looks all Misty Fizz for the final of the Northern Districts at this stage. Coming quite gently into victory. Coming up to take the yellow flag to indicate 1 lap to go. Only has to hold it together now. Less than a lap to go. Misty Fizz in front from Spread Eagle. The attrition rate today has been very, very high. Couple of mishaps. Coming into the top corner now with just over a half a lap to go. Misty Fizz stretching his lead once more on Spread Eagle. And will career away with the Northern Districts final for 1983. One turn to make. Gently into victory. Foot down on the way home. The checkered flag is out. And Misty Fizz will be a good winner in the Northern Districts final. Mystery Fizz first, followed by Spread Eagle in second place. Congrats to both boys for keeping their boats together. All things being equal, the presentation will be in the clubhouse about 4 o'clock. Boats are lined up on the back straight. The flag is down. They're away. Disco Volante looks to have got the jump at the start. Little Angel 2 moving up inside Blondie. Little Angel 2 has the final in his sights and he's not going to let it slip away. It's Disco Volante, Little Angel 2, Blondie, Satisfaction. And Rebound out of the Big Tree Boy. Coming up to the control tower to start the lap count. Disco Volante will be the man to beat. David Rose driving Little Angel 2, holding down second place. Blondie, Satisfaction and Rebound. Up to the top boy again, still Disco Volante. Second place could go anywhere with Little Angel 2 and Blondie. Out of the top boy, still Disco Volante, Little Angel 2, Blondie, Satisfaction and Rebound. Down the back straight, Disco Volante streaking away. Second place taken by Blondie. Little Angel 2 not going to let him keep it for too long. Satisfaction and Rebound. Into the Big Tree Boy. Disco Volante coming out. Disco Volante. Start of lap 2. Disco Volante ahead of Blondie. Little Angel 2, Satisfaction and Rebound. Disco Volante, the man to beat in this race. Second place, very capable Blondie. Little Angel 2, Satisfaction and Rebound. Down the back straight, all Disco Volante. Blondie, Little Angel 2, Satisfaction. And up in front of the clubhouse, the man that loves racing, Jim Flynn in Rebound. Yellow flags going out. Coming around the Big Tree Boy. Disco Volante making sure this is his race. Blondie, Little Angel 2. Taking the yellow flag with 1 lap yet to go. Disco Volante, a commanding lead over Blondie. Little Angel 2, doing some bouncing on the bottom boy. Satisfaction. Blondie moves in to take the yellow flag, as does Little Angel 2. Disco Volante on the back straight, on his last lap, powering the big boat down. Satisfaction on his last lap. Disco Volante will clean Rebound up on the bottom boy and come in to take the checkered flag. So it's Disco Volante, Blondie, Little Angel 2, Satisfaction and Rebound. Disco Volante going a bit wide to get around the slower Rebound. Checkered flags out. The final of the Kip Pike Memorial, and a very good win to Disco Volante. second place. Stu Blondie, a very good second place. David Rose up from Narooma. Little Angel 2 into third place. Satisfaction. Boat driven by E.
Chappell was in stunning form. He replaced the injured Graham Wood and joined Kepler Vessels to open the Australian innings and then tore the Indian attack apart. He scored 110 runs off just 130 deliveries. Skipper Kim Hughes scored 52 and Graham Yallop 66 not out to take the Australian total to 320 with a loss of 9 wickets in the 60 overs. When the Indians took to the crease, it was all-rounder Ken McClay who did the damage. He took 3 wickets for 3 runs to send the Indians reeling at 6 for 66. Captain Capel Dev and Madden Loud put on 58 runs for the 7th wicket. But when Capel dragged the ball from Hogan onto his stumps with the score at 124, it was all over bar the shouting. McClay returned to take 3 more wickets and the Indians were dismissed for 158, giving Australia victory by 162 runs. Chappell was named man of the match, and McClay finished with the fine figures of 6 for 39 off 11.5 overs.
Constructed at Parry Street is the nucleus of a new institution. At present, Newcastle Technical College is a collection of widely separated campuses. The redevelopment of this site will see it and the Hunter Street building become the Hamilton College of Technical and Further Education by 1985. The Tyers Hill campus will continue to be known as Newcastle Tech. Work began on the new institution in November last year. When completed in 1985 at the price of $9.8 million, the food school will look like this and will connect with the brewery building now being renovated. That historic structure will house other TAFE courses, and the hairdressing school will be relocated to the site, giving the art school sole use of the Hunter Street building. The food school will provide training in all forms of catering and is expected to draw students from the northern region up to the Queensland border. According to the Deputy Principal of Newcastle Technical College,
hotel and
Thomas,
catering,
the school will feed directly into the North's growing tourist industry.
We would expect them to go into hotel and catering, commercial cookery, butchery, pastry cooking, which will be new to this region, and other associated trades.
The service stations issue was the subject of a lengthy debate at last night's council meeting. The council decided to serve notice on Caltex and on the proprietor of the Charlestown service station, Mr. Dennis Smith, unless the sale of groceries and the hiring of cars, trailers and videos is discontinued. Other service stations in the municipality carrying out similar activities are to be sent warning letters.
I don't think it's fair because they should take a little bit more time over the situation being such a large situation where they've got more than one service station doing the illegal activities, as you call them. It's all over Australia if they want to go into it. Like video movies are in many service stations right throughout Australia.
You're being singled out by the council?
It's starting to appear that way, that they want, there's a few aldermen there that seem to be very determined to make sure that I was made an example of.
The 1979 Environmental Planning and Assessment Act describes a service station as a place for the fuelling of motor vehicles. Service stations are also permitted to carry out repairs and sell spare parts and accessories. The council is seeking to have the Act changed to permit the stations to sell what it describes as items of a refreshment nature, meaning soft drinks, confectionery, cigarettes and ice. On Monday, the council will be addressed by the Executive Director of the Service Stations Association.